how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to Pot's Movie Dungeon. Today I wanted to go over 5 Scream Factory Collector's Edition titles that I feel like everybody should have in their collection. Now, over the last week or so, Scream Factory has started to announce a lot of 4Ks that are coming out over the next month or so. And I figured there might be a lot of people that's just now getting into Scream Factory, maybe grabbing those 4K titles. Or maybe there's some people that's been collecting Scream Factory for a while, but you didn't start until a little bit later in the line. They started in 2012. And maybe you want to go back and try to grab some of their older releases. And maybe this will give you a hand in deciding on which one of those to grab. Now, these are not going to be 5 of my favorite Scream Factory releases. These are simply going to be 5 Scream Factory releases that I go back to more often than not. Either it's because of the special features, the movie itself, the transfer, my love of the movie, or simply just the packaging. This is just going to be kind of 5 titles that I feel like stand out above the rest as some of my favorites. Now, most of these releases here are still in print. You still can get these from the Scream Factory website. Now, you probably won't get the slipcover. If you want the slipcover, you're probably going to have to go to eBay or somewhere like that, and it's probably not going to be cheap. But as we get to talking about these movies, I'll give you some details about all that. Alright, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. And the very first movie I want to talk about is one of my favorite horror movies of all times, and that is the movie Psycho 2. But as you guys know, Scream Factory usually will put out their own custom artwork for these releases. But for this one here, they had to use the original artwork. But I'm assuming it has something to do with the rights. But still, guys, that is still just an iconic shot. Absolutely love that artwork, guys. And this movie is fantastic. And, I mean, think about it, guys. Psycho is one of the most beloved horror movies of all times. But simply just to have the balls to make this movie and follow up the great Alfred Hitchcock's, original classic, he had to take a lot of balls. Now, I know when this movie first came out, or was first announced, it was originally going to be a TV movie. And they ended up deciding to make it a theatrical release. And thank God they did, guys. I remember seeing this in theaters. And this trailer is just absolutely phenomenal. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the trailer. Hell, I guess I can get away with this without getting copyright strikes, as long as I don't play any sound. But, we can at least have this playing in the background while we're talking. And guys, right here, it's this shot right here when he turns his head. It's just so iconic to me. Right there. You just know you're in for some shit. But guys, the house, Anthony Perkins, absolutely adore this movie. But guys, whenever I was coming up with this top 5, there was no way I couldn't add this one into the list. And guys, you can see here this movie is still in stock on the Shout Factory website. You can get it for $15.97, which hell is a great deal. Now you're not going to get the slipcover more than likely. Matter of fact, I can guarantee it. But if you want the movie itself, if you don't give a damn about the slipcovers, then you definitely can get it for a reasonable price. And if you go down here and look at the special features, guys, and hopefully you guys can see this. Let's see if I can make that any bigger for you guys. No, I guess not. But anyway, guys, I'll just read it to you. But this one here, you get a new audio commentary with screenwriter Tom Holland. You get vintage interviews with cast and crew, including Anthony Perkins and director Richard Franklin. Vintage audio interviews with cast and crew, TV spots, and original theatrical trailer. And guys, that audio commentary with screenwriter Tom Holland is really great. All the interviews they put out on this list here, the interview with Anthony Perkins, it's just great stuff, guys. Anybody that's a fan of this movie, I do feel this is the release that you definitely need to get for this movie. And this is one that I would absolutely love to see get a 4K release. I'm not really sure yet how I feel about all these movies getting 4Ks. Because I got the complete collection of these, and that was not an easy feat to get. So now that I'm gonna have to repile these in 4K if they release them all in 4K. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm excited to see a lot of these movies get a 4K transfer if it's done right. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, if this comes out with a 4K, it's day one. It's a day one purchase. But I'll show you guys here the front and the back of the slipcover, and show you guys what you're getting. But guys, like I said, if I had to pick one movie to start off as a Scream Factory release, this would probably be the one. Guys, just look at that artwork. It's just absolutely fantastic. And you do not get a reversible. Like I said, I think it has something to do with the rights of the movie, that they couldn't do any special artwork for this. But guys, even with that, like I said, the original artwork is so damn iconic. I almost don't want them to mess with it. So I really had no problem with that. And guys, one other thing that I want to do, since we are talking about this, is we're going to go back over to the screen here. is I'm just going to go out there to eBay real fast. I just want to give you guys an idea that if y'all decide y'all want to get this with a slipcover, you can kind of get an idea what kind of prices you're talking about here. All right, we'll go down here to sold. So that's not too bad, guys. I mean, here's a Psycho 2 with slipcover that sold for $32.99. See, there's one for $60. You know, I mean, somewhat reasonable, guys. I mean, so you can save between $30 and $60. I mean, you can always look around. This is going to be one that's not going to be too crazy to get aftermarket. I mean, of course, you got these idiots here that's trying to sell one for $92.51, but that's Psycho 2 and 3. Yeah, there's Psycho 2 and Psycho 3 for $135. So, you know, you're going to have the idiots out there that's trying to charge these crazy prices, guys. But just look around. And don't pay too much for these, guys. I mean, don't do what I did. When I first started collecting these things, I kind of went a little crazy. And I had to have all these slip covers. I was very impatient. But what I know now, if I could go back and do it over again, I probably could save myself a lot of money. Because now I kind of know, if you take your time, you're patient, you're going to find somebody that either don't know what they have, or they're trying to get rid of it really fast, or it's going to be an auction that you happen to grab. You know, nobody else is really bidding on it. You know how it goes. I mean, I'm sure you guys watching this video knows how to do all this stuff with eBay. But Psycho 2, guys, if you're getting into Scream Factory, take a look at this one here. If you've never seen it, go out and give it a watch. To me, and this might be a hot take, whatever, but I like this movie better than the original Psycho. This is probably one of my top 5 horror movies of all times. All right, moving on to the next one, guys. Now this one here is actually still in print, and I was surprised to see that this was still in print, because I know this slipcover was really, really expensive to get. But the movie I'm talking about next is Day of the Dead, and this is the Scream Factory special artwork they did. And guys, I'm just going to give you guys a better shot of that. That's just absolutely fantastic artwork. And of course, this is the George A. Romero classic. And I'm going to go over to the other screen real fast, guys, and I'll show y'all that y'all can still get this. And I was really surprised when I looked this up this morning. Y'all can still get this for $15.97. Now, that's going to be without the slip. And I know there's a lot of people out there that really could care less about these slip covers, but everybody knows I'm not one of those people. But I just wanted to show you guys that you can get these movies at a pretty reasonable price. And this is one of the better releases by Scream Factory, in my opinion. I mean, I absolutely adore Day of the Dead. It's an absolutely fantastic movie. But with this movie here, you get an all-new transfer. You get a new documentary, World's End, The Legacy of Day of the Dead. You get New Underground, a look into the Day of the Dead mines. Audio commentary with writer-director George A. Romero. Special makeup effects with artist Tom Savini. Come on, guys. Production designer Cletus Anderson and actress Laurie Cardille. An audio commentary with filmmaker Roger Avery. Behind-the-scenes footage with special makeup effects creator Tom Savini's archives. Photo galleries, theatrical trailers, TV spots. I mean, guys, how in the hell can I make a top 5 Scream Factory recommendations and not include Day of the Dead? Absolutely fantastic release, guys. There's the original poster, which is, you know, pretty plain but iconic. And there's the back. Last year I actually went and rewatched every single one of them back to back over a matter of about 2 nights. Such a good time, guys. So, yeah, if I'm going to recommend, you know, 5 Scream Factory titles, yeah, this is going to be on the list every single time. But guys, what else can I say about Day of the Dead? I mean, if you're going to get into Scream Factory and you want to get some great Scream Factory titles, you need to put that one at the top of your list. All right, moving on, guys. Now this one here is definitely out of print, and this is going to be one of the ones that you better bring your pocketbook, because it's not going to be cheap, guys. But that is the Return of the Living Dead. You know, with the slipcover. Now, I'm going to give you a minute to take a look at that, guys. Now, this one came with 2 different artworks. And unfortunately, this is the only artwork that I got. I don't have the alternate artwork. But, yeah, I'm just going to give you a minute to look at that, guys. That is absolutely fantastic. Guys, it's stuff like this that got me to fall in love with this company. This attention to detail. This great artwork. I mean, when I seen this movie here, I just absolutely fell in love with it. This is one of my favorite horror movies. This may be my favorite horror movie. And there's the iconic shot there. And I am going to show y'all the other artwork. Actually, guys, there's the reversible just has the The iconic shot there of the original. Guys, just to give you an idea of the date, how old this movie is, I just turned 50 years old, and I remember my mother dropping me and a buddy of mine off at the theaters to watch this before I was old enough to drive. So that gives you an idea. Yeah, the movie came out in 1985, guys. I would have been 14 years old. So, I mean, just a great memory, guys. Just an absolutely great memory of going to the theaters and watching this. Absolutely love this movie, guys. We're going to go over here and take a look at the Scream Factory website real quick. And again, guys, this movie was released by Scream Factory on July 19th of 2016. It went out of date with Scream Factory as of 2020. Now, unfortunately, a movie like this, when it goes out of date, yeah, it's gonna be hard to really find the movie, but it's really gonna be hard to find one with a slipcover. And we're gonna go over here to eBay real fast, whatever, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. But guys, you can see here, there's the Return of the Living Dead with a slipcover for $175. Buy it now. There's one for $89, best offer accepted. One for $100, $99.99. You guys get the gist. There's one for $56. So like I said, you know, you got one going here for $50. Of course, that's got 17 bids. That's actually still active. And here's one with the original poster in the movie. That's probably gonna go for $200 time it's all said and done. But let's go up here to the buy it nows. Maybe that'll give you guys a better idea. All right, so you got to buy it now for $175. And there's not a lot of people that's got them up for sale right now, surprisingly. But guys, I tell you what, this would be my recommendation on something like this. I would probably wait a little while because Scream Factory is putting out all these 4Ks right now. And what's going to happen is you'll be able to get the 4K release of this movie, you know, for cost, whatever it costs, whatever Scream Factory puts it up for. You know, it's anywhere from the high 20s, low 30s. Or if you don't really give a damn about the 4K release, you'll be able to get this movie here for a hell of a lot cheaper when the 4K release comes out. The value of this is going to drop a lot. So it would be my recommendation, guys, that something like this here, like I said, just wait. Give it a couple months, be patient, and I feel like that as soon as that 4K is announced, and I do feel strongly, this is just my opinion, I do feel strongly that this will be one of the next 4Ks that they announce, either probably the end of this year, beginning of next year. Just my prediction. And again, that'll be a day one purchase. All right, guys, the next one on my list is one of my favorite slashers of all times. I mean, I absolutely adore this movie. And this one, along with part 2 and 3, is really, really expensive to get all three of them right now. But the first one you can still get on the Scream Factory website without a slipcover. If you want to get a slipcover, it's going to cost a little more. And that is going to be Sleepaway Camp. Again, guys, their original artwork that the Scream Factory put out for this, absolutely fantastic. And guys, I know that some of the Scream Factory sought-after releases is Sleepaway Camp 1, 2, and 3 with the slips. You go out there and look at some of the prices for those guys, it's just ridiculous. But I'll show you here, guys. On the Scream Factory website, you can still get Sleepaway Camp for the whopping price of $13.97. I mean, guys, what a great movie. I would say snatch it up if you want to own this movie and don't care nothing about the slipcover. Now, obviously, you're not going to get the slipcover buying it from here. But with this one here, you get the new 2K scan. Oh, a little bit of a spoiler there. Drag that up a little bit. New 2K scan of the original camera negative. A new commentary with the stars Felicia Rose and Jonathan Tiersten. Original commentary with director-writer Robert Hiltzig, Felicia Rose, and webmaster Jeff Hayes. New interviews with the cast and crew. Sleepaway Camp scrapbook. A short film called Judy by Jeff Hayes. Theatrical trailer, and more. I mean, absolutely, Scream Factory absolutely knocked it out of the park with this release, guys. I love this movie, and yeah, this is one that I had to have, and it was one that I really had to put a little work in to hunt down these slipcovers. Now, luckily, whenever I was going after these slipcovers, even though they were still hard to find, they're not quite as hard to find as they are now. I want to say I got Sleepaway Camp with the slipcover relatively easily, but there was the slipcovers for 2 and 3 that were just absolutely ridiculously crazy. But guys, we'll go over to eBay real fast and we'll take a look and see what they're asking for these movies with slipcovers. And guys, there you go. I mean, just take a look at these prices. You got Sleepaway Camp 2. This is Sleepaway Camp 2 for $156.66. Now here's the bargain here. You can get Sleepaway Camp 1, 2, and 3 Scream Factory with slipcovers for $485 or best offer. Here's Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 for $300. So the Sleepaway Camp by itself was $69.99. That was still, even though that's a crazy price, whatever, that's a little more manageable just because that movie's still in print over on the Scream Factory website. So really, you're pretty much just paying for the slipcover at this point. But guys, you see the prices. These movies are absolutely sought after. It's unbelievable to me how they jumped up in price on these aftermarket sites, whatever. I mean, guys, $485 for 3 movies. I don't give a damn what it is. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, that's just the world we live in, guys. But yeah, Sleepaway Camp. Absolutely love the movie. High recommend. All right, now I kept going back to this movie here, and I couldn't leave it off this list, guys. I had to put this on the list, and everybody should be able to probably guess this that knows me, that knows my channel and knows me, and that is Creepshow. And of course, I found out in the live stream I did last night that the Coco over at Brian Goes Blue has called this. I think she called it the Pops Knock. You gotta tap it and show everybody what the packaging looks like. But guys, what else can I say about this movie that hadn't already been said? So I'm pretty much just going to go over the packaging here. I'm not quite sure why this movie here got this hardcover, but I do wish that Scream Factory would start putting out all their collector's editions in boxes like this. You know, this is the similar box to how all the Halloween 4Ks got, and how the Elvira movie came out. And I'm not sure why Elvira got that treatment, but you know, I don't know. Maybe they were just testing the waters. But if they can start putting, if they're going to come out with 4Ks and re-releasing all these movies, I do believe that their 4Ks should start coming out in boxes like this. Just my opinion, guys. But I mean, I feel like that, you know, if it would help me justify upgrading again, even though upgrading to a better format's always good. But I would have a lesser of a problem upgrading all these titles that I already own if they're going to come in packaging like this. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and go over to the Scream Factory website real fast. And you see here, this movie is still in stock. Now, I do believe, I'm not 100% on this, but I do believe that if you buy this for the $34.93 from the Scream Factory website, that you're still going to get the same packaging. I think it will come in the box. I've never actually seen anybody buy this, I think, without the hard box, but I may be wrong. It just says that the poster's been sold out since 2018. And guys, take a look at this. I hope you guys can see all that, but just see everywhere that it says new if you can't see the rest of it. This thing is friggin' packed with special features. So I'm just going to read them real fast, guys. New 4K scan of the original camera negative. Color correction supervised and approved by director of photography Michael Gornick. Audio commentary with director George A. Romero and special makeup effects creator Tom Savini. I mean, guys, what a fun commentary that is. If you guys haven't heard that commentary, I absolutely love it. New audio commentary with director of photography Michael Gornick. A new audio commentary with composer, first assistant director John Harrison, and construction coordinator Ed Fountain. A new Terror in the Three Rivers, a roundtable discussion on the making of Creepshow with John Amplis, Tom Atkins, huge Tom Atkins fan, Tom Savini, and Marty Skiff. New The Comic Book Look, an interview with costume designer Barbara Anderson. New Rip from the Pages, an interview with animator Rick Catazone. I probably said that wrong. New The Color of Creepshow, a look at the restoration of Creepshow with director of photography Michael Gornick. New Into the Mix, an interview with sound re-recordist Chris Jenkins. New Mondo Macabre, a look at the Mondo's version Creepshow poster with Mondo co-founder Rob Jones and Mondo Gallery Events planner Josh Curry. New Collecting Creepshow, a look at some of the original props and collectibles from the film with collector Dave Burren. Audio interviews with director of photography Michael Gornick, actor John Amples, property master Bruce Allen Miller, and makeup effects assistant Daryl Farici. Tom Savini's behind-the-scenes footage. Horror's Hallowed Ground. Guys, Horror's Hallowed Ground, anytime that's going to be on a release, I'm buying it. I absolutely love Horror's Hallowed Ground. If you guys haven't watched those, you need to check those out. A look at the original film locations hosted by Sean Clark. Yeah, Sean Clark to me is a living legend. I love that guy. Deleted scenes, theatrical trailers, TV spots, radio spots, still galleries. Shit, I'm out of breath. So guys, I'm going to say here that if you're getting into Scream Factory and you want to check out just what they have to offer, grab this one first. This is going to be the ultimate release from Scream Factory to show just what they can do with their special features, guys. Absolutely love this movie here. I'll go and take it out and show you guys what you're going to get here. I mean, first off, guys, you're going to get a really nice book. And I will show you guys what I'm talking about here. And this is pretty good sized book, guys. You can get some nice images from behind the scenes from the cast. There's the back of the book there. And You got that iconic, comic book looking scene. There's the back. And of course, the disc art guys, I mean, they didn't miss a beat with this release. Great disc art, and I will show you all the reversible. And there is the classic poster that I remember seeing back in the video store days. Of course, you got George A. Romero, Stephen King, the Masters of Terror, and the Macabre. Guys, I mean, what else can I say about it? And I do feel eventually we will get this in 4K. So my advice to anybody that's wanting to go out there and grab some of these Scream Factory titles, my advice would be to give it a couple months. Right now it's going to be a really risky time of picking up some of these releases, simply because you don't know what 4Ks they're going to release next. I think they have already proven to us that they are going to be dropping some 4Ks at a pretty frequent rate. So I would hate for you guys to go out and pay, crazy money for some of these on the aftermarket, and then find out 2 weeks later that it's getting a 4K release. But guys, I mainly want to just do this video just to show you guys, that are kind of getting into Scream Factory. What can you expect for some of these releases? And guys, this is just 5 of them. I got a shelf of these that I could talk about and give you a bunch of great reasons why you need to own these. But I would say, without a doubt, that the Scream Factory Collector's Edition line is definitely my favorite boutique line that I collect. I absolutely love them. I adore these movies. Not only do I love the movies, it's great to just finish the movie and just have hours of special features to watch on these releases. I'm an absolute super fan when it comes to this shit. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave comments down below to some other releases that you would recommend. Some of your favorite Scream Factory Collector's Edition releases. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm fighting and scraping to get to 700 subscribers, guys. So anything you could do would be a great help. Please hit that like button. When everybody's telling me the more likes I get, the more this video is shown. So I guess hit that like button, guys. It would really help me out. And I will be back soon with some more videos, guys. I am going to be on Movies with Ryan, and I will link his channel down below. I'm going to be on his live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday night. And I've also did a couple really long live streams with my buddy Johnny Walker. I will also link those down below. We did one Friday night and we did one Saturday night. And both times we went over 4 hours. And those are just a really good time, guys. We got on last night. We talked about the Quentin Tarantino movies. And if you guys love Quentin Tarantino, y'all really need to check that out. It was a great time. But like I said, guys, I'll link all that stuff down below. But thank y'all so much for checking this out, guys. And I will be back soon with more videos. Everybody take care and have a great week.